Hi, it's Eric Lofholm. This is my 10 video series on 10 of the best ideas I've ever learned to improve my life, grow my business. And we're on tip number 7, and that is to study the greats. Study the greats. For me, the greats, not only have I studied them, in some cases I've had the opportunity to work with them, be consulted by them. In some cases I got to consult them. Some of the greats that I've had the opportunity to work with, Dante Parano. Dante is one of the all-time great speakers. Now, he has not done consistent public speaking in many years, but he was one of the best speakers I've ever experienced. I had a chance to see Dante speak, and then I went and worked for him. I worked for him for 2 years. I became his personal assistant, multimillionaire Dante Parano. Dr. Donald Moine, arguably the brightest sales mind living today. If you're familiar with neuro-linguistic programming, Dr. Moine came up in the NLP movement with Richard Bandler at UC Santa Cruz. Richard Bandler was a student at UC Santa Cruz. John Grinder was a linguistics professor at UC Santa Cruz. Bandler and Grinder are the co-founders of NLP. My mentor, Dr. Moine, was a student with Richard Bandler when the NLP movement came about. Dr. Moine then went on to write his PhD dissertation of what separates sales superstars from average salespeople. How does an average salesperson become a sales superstar? He cracked the code. He wrote his PhD dissertation on it. Dr. Moine has been my mentor now for over 20 years. He wrote the foreword to my book, The System. He's become a great friend of mine. I've learned so much from Dr. Moine. One of the things I learned was to not shop mentors. I planted my flag with Dr. Moine as my mentor. I still work with him as my personal success coach to this day. Another one of the greats, a gentleman named Tony Martinez. Tony's been influential in my life for over 2 decades. Absolutely brilliant, brilliant person. Another one, Michael Gerber. Some of you know the name Michael Gerber from the book, The E-Myth. And I've had a chance to do some personal work with Michael Gerber. In fact, I got a chance to consult Michael Gerber and teach him some of my sales techniques many years ago. Jay Abraham, one of the top marketing minds in the world today. Jay has become a friend of mine, and I've done a lot of work studying directly with Jay. Tony Robbins, I worked for Tony as one of his employees for 3 years. I extensively studied Tony's content for well over a decade. Another individual that I consider a friend of mine, the great Les Brown. And Les and I, we chat several times a year, just checking in, seeing how each other is doing. I've learned so much from Les Brown. Another one, Steve Hardison, one of the top coaches in the world today. You can Google Steve Hardison, learn more about him. Study the greats. YouTube. Read their books. Attend their seminars. Hire them to coach me. So that's an invitation for you to seek the most successful people in the world that motivate, encourage, and inspire you to go to your next level. So thank you for watching. I've got 3 more tips to share with you. I look forward to connecting with you on the next video.